any problems, you can ask me that. And this was it. I think I'll go to next question first. You can interrupt me. Any of you can interrupt me anytime if you feel like, by the way. Hmm. Another question is why one should go for higher education. So if you, Charlene, right? Charlene, people who ask these questions, firstly, that's up to you. I really wanted to know who is this person and which year they are in. So if you want to go for higher education, it's up to you. Yeah, Charlene. Hello?
Uh, I don't know exactly who asked the question, but maybe we can
Yeah,
go ahead. Like you
yeah,
can
yeah,
just talk about your experience,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
then
of course, yeah,
have
of
any
course.
question, they'll put it up.
So you won't obviously right away decide if you want to go for higher education or not. Firstly, it will be situational. It won't be like what you choose, but what you have to do, maybe. And but if you have a choice and you think you can still make a difference in your acads right now, maybe you can decide. So I think if you are in second year or third year, I'll ask you to wait and decide for yourself if you want to go for a higher education. And if you're in fourth year, I would suggest that if by this time you don't have a plan for yourself, maybe you go for preparing for a placement and get a job, figure it out for a year or two, and then decide whether you want to go for higher studies or not. And if there is any further, or sub question for that, you can ask me that also. And how to go about getting foreign internships in management and core branch. Okay, so if you want to shift to another country and work there, one way is to start a corporate job here in India and then look for a corporation which sends you abroad. And another way is that you do after your B.Tech, you do a job for 1 2 year, you give GMAT, and then you go abroad for management study also. When did you decide that you want to go for higher studies? Fourth year, seventh semester starting. Until then, it was all. Until then, IIT Bhilai had a lot to offer to me. I did not think much about what I have to do next. Like I was part of COSA, I was managing clubs. There was a lot to do. So I decided in seventh semester. And I was saying, if you want to leave India, there are two ways to do it. Yashwant, why don't you unmute yourself? Did you attend placements or not? Of course, I attended placement. For IIT Bhilai, yes, I attended placement, and I had a chance to go. So I'm a mechanical engineering student, and I got placed in L&T, but that did not seem like a very lucrative enough post for me, so I did not take it. Instead, I started studying for CAT and gave that exam. Anyways, as I was saying, answering to this question about how to get a foreign internship. So, if I talk about in management, I would say that you either take a job in corporation in India and then you look for a corporation that sends you abroad, or you go and study there and then you will find internships. They also have programs like us to for internships and everything to get the students job. And in core branch, I would suggest that you ask, your better LMs like I think Pramod is there, and a lot of people who are actually right in US and Europe right now working there or doing their PhD there. So maybe they'll be able to tell you better. In core branch, basically you have to apply for MTech, sorry, MS or PhD there, and you can apply for both these programs right away after your BTech. Um, and after that, they have this resume system where you have to send your resumes to a lot of corporations outside to get an internship there. Did you have the whole plan ready about how will you go ahead with the IDA? Ah, so do you think we had anything ready? No, we did not have any thoughts. Why? See, we did not have any seniors, right? At least for us, it was the first batch. So the placements and the drive of placements and the intensity of how your life is going to start after 4 years was not right in front of us. So no, until second year, we did not think of anything. Third year, everyone started to try to get internships and decide what they want. Mostly, I spent my third year organizing a fest, but knowing myself helped me decide that I want to go for management. It was not about when I decided, it was about what I decided at which point of time. So it was always going to, I always knew that I was going to leave tech industry at some point of time. That was pretty much clear. And but the main decision that I took was in seventh year. And yeah, as soon as I decided in seventh semester that I will do it, then I made a plan how to crack CAT after that. So the whole plan to go ahead with going ahead with higher studies, yeah. Seventh semester, second week was it was ready. I hope that answers your question, Yuvraj. Then I have Nishant. Should we prepare CAT from fourth year or we can take? You start preparing for CAT when you decide you are going to give CAT. If you've decided it today, start preparing today. Uh, or can we take some placement offer for 1 2 years? So don't restrict yourself. Nishant, which year are you from? Nishant, fourth semester, second year. See, there are 4 more semesters left. To prepare for CAT, basically, just start following a test series. Try to give at least 3 tests per week and give it like you're actually giving the test, and then after you give out the test, then sit down and reevaluate your whole process. That is not gonna eat up a lot of your time. You can still I don't know if whichever stream you are, you can still target for your academics and placement parallelly. You don't have to choose right now. And you should definitely not stop doing either of these things right now. Even if you start preparing for CAT right now, you should not give up on your program. You should go for a good internships, because even after assuming that you start preparing for CAT and you maybe lay down your IIT Bhilai program right now, so it's gonna backfire. You need a good resume right now, even if you want to apply for CAT. Whatever you're doing, you have to be good at it. Go look for good internships in your department. Look for good learnings, maybe case comms, not case comms, hackathons, right? Um, Things like that. You can cross question me, guys, if I'm missing out on anything, if I'm interpreting your question wrong. So if you have asked me something and I'm answering something else entirely, which happens in these sessions a lot, you can stop and ask me that. Nishant asked, like, which is better option? Hmm. Now, as I said, these are not options you get. These are the both are your tasks which you have to do. These are not options to choose from. You have to work for both of them. How did you prepare for CAT? So I prepared for CAT. Obviously there is this time module, right? Time kind of has the test series for each year. So I had to give it in 2020. I took out all the 2019 and 2018 papers, the actual papers. You just practice a lot of papers. Also, it's about deciding which of the three parts you are weak at. So maybe, Shweta, you can discuss it in depth with me, because it varies from person to person. For me, it did not matter the qualitative or language. They were all kind of similar for me. So I just started off with the test series and did not really, take classes or learn a particular subject separately. I did not do that because it's all basic as far as I thought, because we've done JE, right? Not a big deal. Hmm. Then second four, then Nishant say, okay, thanks, Mani. You're welcome, Nishant. Then Yuvraj, what do you think is the best time? Why don't you guys speak up? Okay, it's okay. Why do you think is the best time to start working on higher studies? When you decide you want to do it. It's so easy. That's such a simple question. Also, I don't mind if you guys are just, chilling and sitting in your room. I know how we arrange our tables right next to our beds in hostel so that we can just fall asleep, right? So it's okay if you guys are like that right now, but you can speak up. Hmm. So, how was your journey preparing for CAT along with your college studies? By the fourth semester, so for us, we have a minimum and maximum credit requirement, right? So by seventh semester, I had almost completed all of my credit requirements. And and I think in my eighth semester, I did not have more than 3 or 4 courses. So it was not a big deal for me, but I don't think it will be a big hurdle for you guys also. Are you in hostel right now or are you at home? Are you doing it offline? Classes are offline or online? All the classes are hybrid or the labs offline? Okay, hybrid mode is going. So either way, I think you can manage both. It depends on which year you are. If you are preparing CAT with along with your college studies in your fourth year, maybe it'll become a little bit rigorous because then you'll have to give up on something, maybe, some extracurricular you were doing in college or something. But mostly you should be able to manage both of them. हाँ बोलो. So the biggest difficulty between JEE and CAT is that during JEE there's no distraction. So you are in this huge group of people who will study, yeah, right? There's no distraction. And when you're preparing for CAT, your roommate might be preparing for, I don't know, UPSC placement, whatever, or not preparing at all, watching some series. And you have to study, and because now you have to prepare individually. So that motivation, finding that motivation. In terms of academics, it's not difficult. It's pretty much same. If you have done JEE, you can do CAT. It's very easy, not difficult at all. But you'll have to practice because it's like by the time, so it's if it by the time you've done, quant and qualitative, you will be like, sorry, comprehensions, you'll be very exhausted for the third segment. So it's an exhaustive test, but it's nothing you can handle. You can easily do it. Okay. Then Sakshi asked, how was your journey preparing for? Oh yeah, I answered that. Raja asked, did you get discouraged by the grades given in? Hmm. Okay. And first 20 minutes, and we have real questions coming in. Raja, I did not get discouraging grades in ME department. I got discouraging grades in, those mathematical calculus and all those courses, differential and integral. I don't know if you still have those courses. ME department was pretty much okay with for me, so no, I did not get discouraged. Anyway, if I got a really bad grade, I still do, and that does not define anything. So don't get discouraged by that any day. Um, I'll go to this Google form where I see the other question, next question, which is after B.Tech, masters or job. After, oh, that is not a good framing, guys. You can just ask after B.Tech, what should we do? Okay, anyways, masters or job is up to you. If you're confused, do job for 1 year and maybe then decide if you want masters or not. But at some point, I'll tell you, at some point in their jobs, a lot of people realize, I'm a fresher here, I don't know that, but this is what people have told me, that at some point in their jobs, they realize that to get a certain level of promotion or to get to a certain level of position, they do need an MBA degree. So maybe you'll realize if you really want that or not. How should a student decide among these two? So think of it like that. What do you want to do? You know yourself, right? Something that is right for you to do might not be right for me, might not be right thing for me to do. So if you think you should do masters or job, you do it. You decide it. Or if you need, personal level consultancy for that, you can contact any of us. Like all of your alums like only 3-4 years older than you. So we'll answer your questions on a personal basis also if you want that. Um, Raja asked, like, did those grade becomes an obstacle for higher studies? Yeah. So yeah, that would matter. I think you should maintain at least an 8 plus Cgpa. That's good enough. So for CAT, what happens is all the IIMs have a certain number of IITs they would take. Like it's not that much that these days they're not taking that many engineers. But if you compare yourself from other IITs, it's like at least 8 CGPA is something you should have because they'll ask you in interviews also if you are very much less than that. But 8 is good. Try to maintain 8. And 8 is not a big. I have done B.Tech and I can tell you I'm a very bad. I don't study a lot and or anything, and I easily did 8. You'll do 8 easily. Um, Tanmay Patel asks, does CGPA matter a lot for admissions in IIM? It is a component. How it depends also. How bad is your CGPA? What is your CGPA? If you can tell me. Is there a set way to send personal message in this chat? CGPA matters a lot. What is a definition of lot? It does matter, and I won't lie to you. but it does not matter a lot. Like if you have 6.8, even then you can get into IIM. I know a lot of people who have like really bad ACATs and they're here with me and they're like equally, capable. Um, okay, I'll move to next question. This person asks, we being a new branch, DSAI, what is a new branch? Is there a new branch in IIM IT? Hey, then my 8.5 is good. Sorry, it's really good. You don't find any DSC stories of yours. Who are the Allens who came before me? Why are people expecting this? No. So I was a part of student council. My job was to prevent those DSCs. So yeah, I have those stories, but I did not have to face it myself. I had to just save some students from getting it. Uh, we being a new branch, DSA, which is a new branch? We have CSE and mechanical, right? Data science. Hmm. Okay. We being a new branch, DSI don't have much of study material specified for our learning, and many times we don't get solutions even on the internet. How can we eliminate or reduce this obstacle in our learning? Dude, every time we got solutions online, that was an obstacle on learning because we did not solve it ourselves. Just pointing out the sense of the question. But yeah, if you do not have enough material, then you should form study groups, I guess, because we had these study groups. I don't know how you'll do it in hybrid mode, but we did find a way to do it in IIMs. We did a Zoom call and people used to teach each other. And when we were in IIT, like we used to go to classrooms and teach each other. I think if you do not have resources, your biggest resource is your peer. And do not, if you are on communicating with each other online, there's going to be a huge gap between how many people you could have met and you would actually meet. So try to get in touch with all of your batchmates and form groups, study groups, because maybe you can figure it out together. Also, if you form the study group, some of the peoples are always gonna be, some people do not interact with professors a lot, some of them will. So you'll always have the help of your professors. If someone is shy and do not talk to the prof, but someone else might. Form study groups, make WhatsApp groups specific to them. Like be serious about it. Yeah, data science is the new branch. And Vaibhav asks, while completing our degree, should we maintain a rectilinear path wherein we look only at our goal and ignore all other opportunities, or should we avoid benching over subtopics and related to our goal? Okay, so I would assume that in this question of yours, your goal is to get into an IIM. Okay, in that because that is related to me and I can answer that best. So in that case, I would say no, a rectilinear path is not good because you need to be a broader person if you need to get into IIM. You need to have good, and even after getting into an IIM, if you want to get good placement, you need to have a lot of diversity in your resume. If I simplify it and say it, you need to have good extracurriculars. You need to have some competition. You need to have good sports, and you need to have a good internship related to your department. If you are a balanced person, so do not do what we did while preparing for JE. Do not just aim for study, padna se. No, you have to be a overall person. If your goal is something else, maybe I can answer this question differently. Okay, moving to Arnav. How much is the balance of CGPA and coding skills with regards to placements? Um, Placements may, a lot of companies will take your direct test, right? So CGPA may, they have this threshold. They'll ask you to just cross that threshold. All the people who have 7 above CGPA can attend and everything. And after that, it's a competition, coding and everything. And then they have their interviews. So if you're asking me about IIM's placement, then be specific because I'm asking about IIT Bhilai's placement. What made Ankita asked, what motivated you to go for higher study? Like it is going to be different for everyone, but I wanted to know a person's perspective. So for me, it was like until 12th class, all I did was studies. Then I found this freedom, which I utilized not for studying, which I was doing until now, but for managing various events, right? And management is just not about managing events, of course, but I was very sure that I did not want to stay in technical industry, technology, and do research or continue what you're studying basically. And now that I've shifted, I like the things I'm doing here better. So yeah, that is the reason I shifted. I hope that answers your question, Vaibhav, Arnavan, and Ankita. I have one more question in this Google form. That is how to get scholarships in foreign universities like MIT. Okay, I do not know answer to that directly. I can tell you that if you want to go to foreign universities, you have two ways to fund it. Either you find a scholarship, which you find online. There are a lot of organizations who help out Indian students. Or second, you get some work in that university itself. You become an assistant to a professor or their research assistant, and you help them out, and they pay you, and it's enough to sustain a life there during at least your study time. Um, yeah, there's nothing else on chat, and Charlene, there's nothing else in the screenshot you sent me. So I think I've covered all the questions. Hello. Oh, yeah. So I would say it's a filter, right? I came to IIT and it was a filter. I found people who are more like me. And now I'm in an IIM, I find people who are more like me. So culturally, yeah, it's different because we are all extrovert here and everyone is very competitive and everything. We've missed out on a lot of culture because of COVID. But other than that, I would say it's pretty much the same because it's basically about peers and what is culture? It's basically the people around you. And you might not realize it because you're not having a campus life, but you are really around good people. Mirage is still going on. So yeah, I was the first coordinator of First Move. Me and Ketan. Mm, nice, it's still going. Online, is it going online? Yeah. So I think Shreyam was president for some time, and last time I talked to him, he was like, Mirage is not might not happen. So okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, Nishant is asking in which other activities you involved during your B.Tech. Did that help you in some way of your MBA courses? No, MBA courses are not. MBA courses are mostly about how businesses work and how they function. So what I did there did not help me in courses, I would say directly. Maybe indirectly they did, I did not realize it. But I would say that, yeah, IIT Bhilai gave me the activities I did in IIT Bhilai gave me confidence in myself that, I could be like, yeah, I'm a fresher, but doesn't matter. I can do the same course as the CA is doing. So it's about building confidence. Use all of IIT Bhilai's resources, whatever they have to offer, use it and do something. Like some personality development. Yeah, I think I just answered that. Nishant, were you looking for something else? We actually made a budget for Miraz, and it was the first time we raised sponsorship for it, a lot of things, right? And that was something not a child is supposed to do, and we did not have any seniors as well. So and we pitched it to, Rajni ma'am and I think Anshul Sai sir might still be there, all these people. And I think that kind of the confidence that gives you, like to build something from scratch, that is the reason I'm able to sustain here. at least mentally, where I know the other people here have more work experience than I have, and but I think I can still do it. What were your best memories associated with college and campus? What is this question, Sakshi? There are a lot of best memories, dude. Most of them are related to your friend circle and everything, right? And I would say half of them for me were during Mirage. Even the second one was pretty good. Why are you guys looking for DSC stories? I want to ask you questions. I will ask. Let it be na. Pehle I will let you guys grill me for some 40-45 minutes. Then I'll grill you. हाँ. Hmm. Not suffer. It was a trade-off. It was a trade-off. We did not have any guidance, but at the same time, we did have this, ultimate freedom. We decide what clubs start. We decide. We were there before anyone else was, right? Half the times there was no professor or anyone in the whole academic ground. And we used to go to teachers' room and just use the chairs to play around. So, and we kind of started IIT Bhilai's culture, and so we're proud of that also. We suffered in fourth year when it came to placements, but hopefully you will not. And now being your alums, it's like a big responsibility because first batch of IIT Bhilai, what are we going to go out and do with our lives? Let's see. And then that is not big deal. Mm. Yeah, first batch. Hello, one hour playtime. Yeah, especially because we were offline for initial part and we missed out on that. So I would love to hear it. Are you in campus now, Sakshi? For first year, I told you, right? So the first year, my first year and first year of, I don't know, 2018 batch would be different because 2018 batch had two batch of seniors and we did not have any seniors. So we came into this empty temporary campus, empty hostels. Everywhere we had these. I'm pretty sure that you all still have insects and everything still in your hostels, but we did find some new species. So just entering a barren land that was a little bit different. We had you know temporary faculty coming in from IIT Hyderabad. We had a workshop in IIT Hyderabad also, like we went there. So it was different because we were the first batch, not because you had to do it online. I missed out a lot of things in IIM because I had to do it online. So I think you must be missing those out. Like, when freshers come, we have parties and everybody chills out. There's interaction for seniors and juniors. You might have missed out on those things. Yes, we encountered. And I never understood the Castle Dio's frogs and lizards. The lizards would walk on floor and the frogs would jump on wash basin. Like, dude, stay in your territory, no? But yeah, it's here we have snakes. I am Kozhikode, we have snakes. So upgrade, I guess. So is asking, would choosing a new IIT affect our placement after college life much? No, it would affect it somehow, but not much. Also, being an IITian won't matter much. Do something, add value to yourself when you're there. Just being an IITian won't be enough after you get out of there. You have to, add value to yourself in those 4 years. Since you were from 2016 batch, what was the experience in the first year when you had no seniors? I think I already told that. You guys don't have to do CP with me. You don't have to ask me questions like that. You can ask me questions you actually genuinely want to ask us. It's a free pass. I think it's a meeting with only students, right? Even if it's not, you can ask me anything. Hmm. So we have people who are interested from all years here, right? So I'm going to, because you guys don't have questions, I'll ask questions. Why do you think grades are bad in ME department? Hmm. Yeah, I got asked now. There was a assumption in this question. It makes it sounds like everyone in ME department gets low grades. Hmm. Ananya is like at the rate Raja. Raja might have gone somewhere else. Anyway, because they have. Lol. Okay. Raja is long gone, guys. He's not coming back. Who are these people? Turn on your videos, guys. अगर कहीं पे भी बैठे हो तो. Imagine this. I know who Nishant, Yash, and Tanmay is, but if you guys ever see me at airport, I won't be able to see. This is my. This is alma mater. Well, not low, I'll say, but average grade is low. Hmm. Yo, what are the things that you missed during the first year and started a bit late? Hmm. I think I started everything late. Like, I think I made really, procrastinated decisions because by the time I decided I want to do this, everyone had already, decided and started working for it. So I think not just the first year, I think maybe second year also I missed out on making a major life decisions. Third year also I didn't realize I'm not going anywhere with my life. So yeah, thanks for showing your face. Cute. Okay, Vishal Kumar, does that answer your question? I think it does. We can also wrap up early because I don't want to. You can also go back to binging something, whatever series you might be binging these days. बोलो भाई, how many of you are on campus? ये बता दो. Ah, and do you have night mess open? Do you have night mess open? And cafe is open, a cat block के पास वाला. Is it open? Hmm. Hmm. Cafe is not that good also because after some time you get bored of it and then it seems expensive only. And plus they don't have Maggie and bread omelette like Nat does. So it's basic stuff is not there. Hmm. How was your mess food experience? It's still bad. Even now it's bad. And I am also there's such Shakti mess, dude. There's such Shakti mess here. And it's like the same blend of spices, similar food. But the evening mess, and there's this kiosk concept here. So you can go get coffee and everything. That's good. But Shakti mess is still there. It's not leaving me alone. Food is better. Good for Dio. Dio is still girls' hostel. Hybrid nahi co-ed. Okay. Shakti is everywhere, you're right. How was your mess food experience? Canteen? Shakti mess is still in Nina, so you can understand. Yeah, I understand. Are you guys allowed to order in? COVID restriction hai? Can you order from Zomato and stuff? Yes. When did you feel that you should start focus on studies rather than extracurricular activities? Fourth year, seventh semester. Because seventh semester, like there was nothing else left to do also. Who is your, which year is your president from this time? Is he from fourth year? He or she? Yeah, so I think that's what happened. I think we did that cultural set also because we decided after in fourth year, let's not do anything. So not any of no, none of our actually 120 people, the whole fourth year, we were not involved in any extracurricular activity, which is not something of a rule or something you have to do. If you believe you can, just manage some extracurricular activity with your study in fourth year, do that. It's just that we had spent a lot of time in our extracurricular activities until third year, so we did not. I hope that answered your question, Yash. What about the amount of free time in IIM compared to IITs? Very less. If you're going to get into IIM, you're going to, a different place. So here also we get a lot of free time because it's online session and everything. But first few months are going to be very rigorous. Then there will be placements are very rigorous. So compared to IITs, it's going to be very difficult, very 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 difficult. But it's worth it. मैं तो कह रही हूँ I तो say you guys should come to IIMs, come to IIM Kozhikode only. Will be same alma mater here also. That's my pitch. Because maybe someone who's, some other alum, episode 3, 4, whatever, they'll be like, guys, you should do job. I'm doing job right now. So I'll be like, I mean, I am right now. Come to IIM. Hmm. Anything else? We can end this. Huh. Also, if you want to get into IIM and you want to discuss further things with me, I'll tell Shalini to share my contact with you, people who are interested. Yeah. Huh. Hmm. People who are interested, not just in because I won't be able to answer all the questions related to higher studies, just MBA. I am and if they want to do MBA, I can answer questions related to that if they are looking for some guidance. Yeah. Mm. So if I've answered all the questions, I think we can let people go whoever wants to go. Yeah. So, cool. Good luck, guys. Have fun. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Not money, money, money. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks to all of you also. Take care, guys. Have fun in these 4 years, okay? A lot of shit ton of fun. Bye.